So I'm just doing a quick bit of vinyl ripping. So taking a vinyl, played it, put it straight in. So I've just been cutting up tracks into regions so that then I can bounce them straight away. And I've just noticed in this little section that there's a lot of clicks, a lot of pops. Usually I don't bother doing this because it's just part of the format. You can't get rid of all the noise, it's ridiculous. And then, of course, when you're ripping it from vinyl, you kind of want the noise quite often if you're going to do something creative with it. I'm not. I just want to listen to the music on my phone and not just when I'm at home. So these clicks and pops, they're probably a bit big, so I'm going to try and get rid of them. Um, so I suppose if you're doing this professionally, and there are companies converting realistically not from vinyl but from much older formats, all these shellac 78 RPM discs, finding the best discs they can of a particular performance, and of course they wore out, so they've got to find one that hasn't been played very much. Then they can't play it very much themselves because otherwise they'll wear out again, so you've got to select it and then keep it really safe. Um, Maybe taking a bit from one disc and a little bit of the performance from another disc and combining those performances to make onto a new CD. There are lots of complex considerations, and there are companies that exist to do these things. So, for example, the Nimbus Company in South Wales takes old recordings of people like Caruso, Schwarzkopf, and old singers, and then converts these old shellac discs into CDs for you to listen to at home. And part of what they'll be doing is getting rid of nasty noises, imbalances in the recording and in the medium, and also taking out pops and clicks where they can. And this is how you do it. It's very simple, stupidly simple. But if you've got a click that sounds like this, hang on a second, let's pull out. So there's the end of the song, and here come the little clicks. There we are. So one on one right side, the one on the right and the left side. That's presumably one full rotation of the disc, or maybe two rotations. Can't work. It's probably one rotation, isn't it? Because otherwise it would have popped in the middle again. And simple way to get rid of the click is to get right. Hang on, I'm doing the stupid way, aren't I? Put that there so you can see it. You just see it's just a bit of dirt or something on the surface of the record. So maybe I've got it set to snap edits to zero crossing so that everything can be as clean as possible when I do the edit, and you literally mute the bit in the middle. Or I suppose you could just reduce the gain. You could do a little crossfade, but to be honest, this is such a short amount of time. It's a tiny, it's not even milliseconds, I bet, that it doesn't really matter. And of course, this will create a pop. When you do have a bit of silence in a track, you will hear the pop, except that that pop is going to be far less noticeable than the big pop that was there before on the vinyl record. Let's have a little listen. There's something in there, isn't there? You can just about hear it. But you wouldn't notice it going like this. Ah, that's a serious pop. It's a serious click. So let's get rid of that one as well. And the difficulty with this now is going to be I was going to bounce everything by bouncing all the regions out, but of course now I've made extra regions here. So I suppose the other thing we could do is automate and just go like this. That might be more subtle. Let's try that instead. Zoom out a bit, turn the automation off. There we are. You can just hear it's like an absence of sound. It's really weird, but it's so much nicer than the click. So do you know what? I'm going to unmute this bit and do the same thing here. Oh. Yeah, I am going to do that just because then join that together. There we are. That's Command and J. Now there are some nifty commands like make automation points at the marquee. Ooh, automation at the marquee points. There's some create track automation at region, create track automation at there's a marquee one somewhere. I can't quite remember what that is, but I'm just going to do it. Can I do it like? Can I do it if it's in the automation mode? Yeah, actually that's how it works. And then you can do that there. Oh, I've cut it. There we are. Hey, that worked. So in automation, you make a marquee selection, click, and instead of cutting the track like it does when you're in the non-mode like this, oh, what? Like this, when it actually cuts it into different bits, it will make some automation points there. That's really exciting, because then it makes things much quicker. As it happens, I've already got Good. Okay. That was a real oh, there we are. Next song. That was a real bodge job. It's already taken me 7 minutes, 8 minutes. You can see how difficult, laborious, and infuriating a task this would be if it was professional. But that's generally how you remove pops and clicks.